always said we were the good ones. Like an 18-minute thriller movie. I always knew you always meant it, but now we're standing on the bedside too. Oh, I never meant to hurt you, but I hurt you, so sorry for that. Now you need space, I get it, like you said, it's alright. So I'm counting all the days till you come around to show me what you found. Since breaking from this misery, I wish that you could see me now that you're gone. Cause you need to be alone, away from our chemistry. I just hope you'll end up knowing that I'm meant to.
Hi friends, welcome back to a new video. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm your host Arelis and I'm so happy that you stopped by. As you could have seen by the title of this video, I am decorating my front porch for the fall season. And here is a view of what the space is looking like. And as you can see, I have some work to do. So let's get started. If you saw my video last week, I mentioned that during my vacation there wasn't anyone to water my plants and most of my annuals perished, and I was really bummed out about that. And I have to say that my daisies, they did really well here. So these I'm keeping, and I do hope that I can enjoy them further into the fall season.
You need space, I get it, like you said, it's alright. So I'm counting all the days till you come around to show me what you found. Since breaking from this misery, I wish that you could see me now that you're gone. Cause you need to be alone, away from our chemistry. I just hope you'll end up knowing that I'm meant to last. I'm counting all the days till you come around. Or will you come around? Or will you come around? Oh, I never meant to hurt you. Or will you come around?
And here I'm finishing up because next I'm going shopping for some new fall plants. You guys, that's something I love so much. Not only at the beginning of the summer season to get my annuals, but also at the beginning of the fall season. And I cannot wait to see all those pretty mums. So let's get going.
I eased out of bed just for sunrise, grabbed my backpack and I was out the door, wishing I could have seen the look in your eyes, been a fly on that wall. Now I'm on the morning train down to Savannah, or somewhere else when no one knows my name. Starting over has never sounded sweeter, or my heart with hope more aflame.
You might remember that late spring this year I also visited this somewhat kind of a garden center. It isn't a big garden center, but they do have a very affordable plants, you guys. So this is actually the second time that I'm visiting.
Goodbye, memory lane. Got a job singing at the local bar, saving up for a new guitar.
And they had a bunch of beautiful mums, and I do love these. They had them in all colors and sizes. Now I always find it hard to choose which one I want to go with. I always end up with the orange and the yellow, And this year I saw they had some pretty two-tones like yellow and orange, but I could only find one, so I took home one of the two tones and one yellow. Now I also saw this silver dust. They had an entire tray of 12 plants for only $2.95, and I thought that these would go perfect in the two long planters that I have on my bench. Now here I'm debating with my mom to take a few or just an entire tray, and she had this genius idea to take the entire tray because it was quite affordable, and that way the planters would be full immediately instead of waiting for them to grow and get full. So yeah, I decided to take an entire tray. So this is the tray of the silver dust, and I love this plant. I think it is so pretty with these silver colored leaves. I already had one of these in my backyard years ago, and it grew so big and wild, and I just decided to take it out and give it to my mom. But I do love it, but I think that it grows so wild, but I didn't know then that I could prune it, so I'm definitely going to do that. And what I also love about it is that it gives those pretty yellow flowers. Now what I got is this beautiful purple aster. I also got a white one. Now what I didn't know is that they apparently have like this sale for 5 perennials for €5 all the time, because beginning of spring or beginning of summer they also had it. So I decided to pick up 5 new perennials, 2 of them being this purple and this white aster, and I think that these are so perfect for the fall season. And another plant that I got in the 5 for 5 is this. I have no idea what this is, but I do love the look of it. I love that the leaves have different colors, and I also love the pretty purple flower. Now I thought that this might be a ground covering plant, but then now I just noticed that it grows up to 60 centimeters, so that's definitely not ground covering. But yeah, I'm going to have to see how it's gonna grow, but I already have an idea where I'm going to plant it. Now I also got this one. You guys don't ask me about the names because I just don't know, and I really want to buy plants with their passports, but sometimes I find something that's so pretty like these tiny white flowers, but it didn't have a passport and I didn't want to leave it. So since I know that it is a perennial, I'm just going to try it out. Now here is the eucalyptus, you guys. I already had one of these years ago and it died on me after I had it for 3 years already, and this one is pretty big, so I do hope that I can manage to keep this one alive. And this oh so pretty looking flower, it's called the crocosmia, also known as the Lucifer plant. I couldn't resist it. I absolutely adore its vivid color, and I got it only for $1.95, so that's another reason that I couldn't resist. Now you might notice that I'm bringing in a lot of different plants and different colors to my backyard because I want it to be like a wide diversity of plants and colors. Now I'm gonna go ahead and plant everything. The ones that I'm going to be using for my front porch, of course, you will definitely see those. But I will show you also all the perennials that I'm going to be planting in my backyard.
My life is a bore, yeah. I just try my best, gotta live it, but I'm nothing like before. We used to be strong, together we couldn't do wrong.
Now these asters were really dry. I couldn't even tear up the roots. So what I like to do before I plant them, either in the ground or in the pot, I like to put them in a bucket of water to let them soak really well before I move ahead and plant them.
I can't seem to let you go. I can't seem to let you go.
Now, as if I already didn't have enough perennials, I have another tray here. I went shopping on a previous trip and I got 7 other perennials for €6. So these were less than €1 a piece. And I'm not gonna go through all of them, but this is the Virginia. Not sure if I'm pronouncing it all right. By the way, not sure if I'm pronouncing any of these plants all right. But anyway, this is what they are looking like. And this one is the, well, you see it here. You can read this. I don't know how to pronounce this. But anyway, these are all perennials, or at least they should be. And I got this one, and I do remember it having a passport. I forgot to take it with me, and I don't even remember now what kind of flower it gives because I completely forgot. And then I also have this one, and this is a climbing plant. So I have the perfect spot for this one because I want to have like this complete privacy fence, but there are some holes in my fence that you can peek through, so I'm going to close that one up with that plant. And this pretty one, oh my gosh, it is so pretty with the yellow flowers, and it kind of reminds me of daffodils, but they're not. But anyway, I'm going to be planting all of these too, and then show you later on where I planted these.
Of September. Since I was a little child, every year for as long as I remember, all the leaves were running wild, going all the way until November. Turn the world around us into gold. When the autumn leaves are playing chases, puts a smile.
So here is the first one, which I thought was a ground covering plant. Now, if it is not, which of course it isn't because it's gonna grow 60 centimeters, it has space to grow up here and cover the hole that you see here in my privacy fence. Now, the other climbing plant that I was showing you just now, I planted it here because I have like this hole here, as you can see, that you can peek through, and I want that one closed up. So I do hope that that one will fill that hole up. And next to it I planted the aster, and I'm so loving this. Now it does say it needs a sunny space, but I think it does get enough sun here to grow. So I'm gonna have to see how well it's going to be doing in this space here.
Branches one by one and whirl around there just for fun. Some are faster, some are slow, and some are high and some are low, dancing through the last days of September. When the autumn leaves are playing chases, puts a smile up on my face. They leave their branches one by one and whirl around there just for fun. Some are faster, some are slow, and some are high and some are low, dancing through the last days of
you're standing there with the wind in your golden hair. Didn't know your name, but I could feel it with every heartbeat. Every time that our eyes would meet. Didn't know back then. And even in my wildest.
Now I almost forgot that this was a fall front porch decorate with me video. So back to my front porch. Now I got two beautiful large mums. Now I wasn't planning on repotting them or replanting them in my backyard because I have enough as it is and I don't have any more space. So I thought instead of using a container to put them in, I would use a piece of burlap to cover the container that they are in, and I'm going to be using these zip ties to hold it all together.
For someone like me, for someone like me, yeah. I don't know what you see in me. I'm not good for you, can't you see that I will drag you down? Here at the bottom, I hope that you finally see I'm not good enough. And even in my wild.
And last year I made this neutral cushion cover because I wasn't planning on buying new cushions every year. I thought I would reuse the same one that I had and just use the cover if I wanted to have a neutral look. And if I want to have a pop of color, I can always remove it.
Could fall for me. Never thought that you could fall for someone like me. Never thought that you could fall for me. For someone like me. Never thought that you could fall for someone like me. Never thought that you could fall for me. Never thought that you could fall for someone like me. Never thought that you could fall for me. For someone. Never thought that you could fall for someone like me. Never thought that you could fall for me. Never thought that you could fall for someone like me. Never thought that you could fall for me. Someone like me. For someone like me. For someone like me. For someone like me.
This year I found another pumpkin farm. This one was a little bit closer to my home, only 30 minutes drive, and it was a small farm, and I was really happy because they were really very affordable. Their pumpkins were almost half the price of what I usually pay for my pumpkins. So even though that the one that I went to last year was a very nice pumpkin farm, I will be returning to this one just because it is closer and more affordable.
I got this right. I'm alive, walking on water. I'm crawling.
though their pumpkins were so reasonably priced, I didn't go all out and got a bunch like I used to. But I decided to get 2 of these large orange ones because this year I thought for a change I would carve them by the end of October and to put a tea light in them, even though I do not celebrate Halloween. As I started decorating my front porch, I didn't really think about how I wanted it to look because first of all, I had a lot of plants that I wanted to bring out here, and of course all the pumpkins and gourds that I got. So you're gonna see that I will be rearranging some of the things that I did on camera, off camera. So make sure that you watch till the end of the video to see the final result. I wanted to fill this lantern with some little pumpkins and gourds, but maybe it was because I didn't have enough or the lantern was too big, but I didn't really like the look of it. I wanted to have some bigger pumpkins, but I didn't have those on hand, so I decided to keep it empty for now. But I did add some other decor to it later, which you will see. In the end, I decided to add this faux leaf garland with this battery operated candle in it, and it looks so pretty in the evening. So make sure also you watch till the end of this video because I did add some evening shots. To fill up the space, I moved this mum from my backyard here. Now this mum is going to bloom late in October, so that is one of the reasons why I keep buying new mums, because those bloom early in the season.
About what is wrong and what is right. We keep moving in different rhythms.
I'm so happy with how this space turned out, and I do love decorating it for the summer and the fall season, especially for the fall, seeing all these pretty colors and all my new plants. I cannot resist putting new mums in every year. Now it also makes me sad when it comes to decorating for fall, because that means that winter is right around the corner too, and I do not decorate this space anymore for the Christmas season because I am just too lazy to go out in the cold and clean this space up, so I do not do that anymore. Now I do hope that you have enjoyed this video. Drop me a comment below, let me know if you also decorate your porch for fall, and do you use real pumpkins or faux pumpkins. I did do only real pumpkins this year. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you in my next one really soon. Until then, always remember to live, laugh and love, and happy fall you guys. Bye.